Hello everyone and welcome back to Space Engineers. Welcome back to episode 6. Is it 6? Wow. Unbelievable. We're already episode 6. So welcome to episode 6 of the Beginners to Factorum playthrough. Last episode we completed our base. We did the whole structure. We welded everything up. We made a welder ship as well, which is right here, which for the moment we still need to give a name. I am considering still changing. I'm not happy with the complexity of this. I think this could look much nicer, but I might just do that off recording because it is very, basic. So what I want to do today, I think I want to get to space today and maybe already start with a little outpost that we can expand from. What I don't want to do, I don't want to be building a spaceship on the planet, then to leave to space with that. What I prefer to do is build my ship in space. So what I'm thinking of doing is just building a skiff. Is that the right word? A skiff? Building a platform that can take off to space where I can land my welder and my miner on and just take that off to space and use that as my platform to start from. Instead of building a ship and then take it off from here. I think that might be the better approach. Now, I could use my mining ship and get to space without any problem. I do have enough inventory also to put like stuff in there. But on the other hand, what I would want to do is just go to space with a large container and get all the resources we have in our containers here to space. Because we still have a little bit of iron, not that much. What we might do as well is just jump in the miner and do some more mining before. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump into my miner. I'm going to mine the resources, come back and get that into the refinery. Then I'll do some changes to that. So that is also completely a little bit cleaner. It just looks terrible in my opinion. So we're going to change that. And then I'll be back to start on that skiff. I think that's the plan. Did I mine some stone somewhere? So, I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm mining stone. Oh, well, interesting. This is not as deep as I thought that it would be ice. All right, so I have a feeling that this is going to keep drilling because it won't get any ice anymore to fill up the... Can I put a drill on that? If I put a drill like that... No. Could put a drill here. That should normally not damage my... That should start drilling ice. But I think we're getting to a point where we're going to have to change this system already. I thought there was way more ice below here, but that doesn't seem to be the case. On the other hand, that's not a bad thing because we can get a lot of stone out of this now. So what I'm going to do for the second, let me just reverse my pistons. Reverse. 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 I'll leave this one to go down. Let's see if I can get some more ice before. Why is this going into my large car container? Why is this not going... Wait, what? Why are my O2 generators not stopping this? Give me a second. Why is the O2 generator 5 at 30%? What? 5 is here. I got like... Look. Please. O2 generators. This drill should already have stopped. So you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to put a sorter in there that automatically drains ice from anywhere. Yeah. Alright, I need to do that. Do we have any inventory here? I don't think so, no. So this is not going to take any inventory. This is not going to take any inventory. Will you? You are. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna build 2 sorters. We're gonna build 1 sorter there. Another sorter here. This one is gonna whitelist ice and drain. That means that it's gonna retract the ice and put it in the O2 generators constantly, so making sure they are full. And then we're gonna have to put another O2 sorter down there. It's under the ground. That blocks the ice so it doesn't get stored into my hydrogen. That also means that this is all gonna be blocked. That means I won't be able to withdraw items from here, from the containers. I don't think that's a big issue, but when you think you're done, what we're gonna do first is let's focus on the hydrogen tanks first. So I'm gonna build 2 hydrogen tanks. Okay, let me just fill my bottles. So I'm not gonna keep the rover, but I might keep the platform we're using. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grind everything away here on top. I'm gonna keep this piston connected for now. Alright, so with everything gone, we're gonna... What I wanna do, I think I wanna keep the batteries because that's all, otherwise it's lost. So if I just put a car container and 2 hydrogen tanks on this, we can make this into our skiff. Start with widening this up so I can put a container in the center. So let's start with just crossing this so that I can grind away the center blocks. You know what? I'm gonna take away this one. Put another block here. And we should be able to grind this away. So 1, 2, 3. Inventory. Yeah, I'm aware. That is where we're going to put our container in. Then next to it, we're going to have our hydrogen tank left and right. And then in the front, we can put our platform to land our 2 ships on. And then we just need to provide hydrogen thrusts, gyros, and such. That way I can also use this conveyor to still keep filling up resources and the hydrogen tanks. And I think two tanks should be enough to get this whole thing in space. Then we need 2 landing pads for our ships. Our ship seems to be about 3 blocks wide, but let's focus first. I'm gonna go down there and change one of these to a sorter. So from here on, it has to be a sorter that just pushes the ice through. There we go. So and I need to set up to do ice, so I'm gonna just make sure that you are a conveyor sorter. And then after this, here we need to put another one that blocks ice. Oh, okay. We'll have to put you there. Okay, and this is going to be the no ice living quarters or habitation. So this one, I'm going to blacklist ice. There we go. So now this is going to blacklist ice from coming through. I have a display here, right? So this is going to be whitelist ice. And we need to set it to drain all. So now this is constantly gonna fill up these. Okay, so these are now going to fill up with hydrogen. All right, so now while these are being filled up, I think the focus what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do some changes here. I want this to be less busy. This is just too busy. No matter how efficient this might be, it just hurts me physically. So I'm going to do some changes to this to make it... yeah, look cleaner. I think it's an eyesore compared with my base. But I'm going to do this just without recording that. So while the tanks are filling, I'm going to do that and I'll be back in a bit. All right, guys, I'm wondering something. As you can see, I've been drilling underneath here, and here as well. If you go up, you don't see it, but if we go further, you will see that suddenly the terrain is going to start showing damaged. It's such a pain. So in vanilla, you can kind of fix it with voxel hand, but then you have to go to creative mode. I'm wondering something, because as this block is halfway, I can put a block underneath there lower, which I already prepared because I prepared this whole block here. So if I look into my what you call it, spectator cam, you can see I got the blocks here underneath. So if I would make a grid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks. That means that there's 8 blocks in between. One block, this block is going to be connected to that side, and then that block is where we build our next ring on. Alright? And now I blueprint this. And let's rename that 9 grid beam. Alright, now I can write this away. And I'm gonna put a projector here. And then I put that 9 grid beam on that projector. Projector. Blueprints. 9. Keep projection. Okay, let's rotate that. Then let's put it one lower for the moment, and then forward offset. I need it to be against that block. See, this is distant, this is against it, and then we drop it one below. So now this projection is underneath the ice. If I look at my spectator, you can see my projection is underneath the ice. If I now go to that block, can I weld it up? I can weld it up. Holy. Oh my god, this is gonna make so much less trouble for me. I don't need to dig under the ground anymore. I can do the same with conveyor networks. I mean, it only works on flat terrain, of course, so ice or like a desert plain or something, it's not gonna work in a mountain. But this is definitely a game changer for me. If I want to do something, put a conveyor under the ground, that works perfectly for me. Whew, all right. That should be about it. We can remove this one here. All right, that should be it. That's 24 wind turbines. This is a little bit less than we had before with the little collection, but honestly, I think this just looks better as a wind farm. It makes more sense. I think the other one just looked ridiculous. So I just like this more. I think we're already past 50% in the meantime. Let's see. Intro control panel. We had 63%, so that's not bad at all. So let's see. What are we going to do? We got 2 hydrogen tanks. We got the container. That's going to be already pretty heavy to fly. So we need to add quite some thrusters. We're going to test how much thrusters I need to get into space in a bit. What I need as well is 2 connectors to land our ships on. So I'm going to put a 4 conveyor pipe junction here. I'm going to put a T here. And then we're going to put a regular pipe here and here. And then on that we can put an elbow. Like that. And like that. That should have 3 block space, 3 block space. And that should work. No, let me just double check if I... 1, 2, 3. It might be tight. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it should work. We should be able to place them both. And then 2 connectors. We don't need end sets. Like that. That's going to have my 2 ships hanging here, left and right. All right. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to put some supports here that are going to keep the ship from falling down. And then I can test the weight of the ship and how many thrusters we will need. You know what I'm thinking? I might move my cockpit to the back of the ship. The reason being is because these 2 are going to be separate grids and they're going to constantly interact with my cockpit. So we'll change that. For the moment, that's going to change. So we can start welding up this already. Then I think we're going to put an O2 generator here as well. Because we will have... My God. We will need O2 and H2 generation. So let's build one at least. Now, let me go and check if I hang my ships on here. How are they going to interact with the grid? If not, I might have to do some adjustments. Let me just go to the furthest one here. Now we should be fine with this. Definitely have enough space. And get our welder with us as well. And I just realized that this is not 6. So let's see. Because I'm connecting differently on this. But we seem to be fine as well. 8. So we got cargo containers, we got hydrogen tanks, we got O2 generator, we got survival kit, we got a gyroscope, we got an antenna, we got an ore detector. I mean, I could put assemblers and stuff as well on this, but I'm planning to avoid any combat. But between planning, do I have any magnesium? I don't think so. Did we have any magnesium in our GPS? GPS. We have some magnesium. So we could get some just to maybe at least get 1 defensive gun. Anyway, I got everything I need, I think. So I'm going to start putting the thrusters on this. And I think that should be it to be able to take off. So I'm going to do 1 here. Do 1 here. I'm going to do 1 here. So this is going to be forwards, left, right, and braking. And then we need lifting thrust. Now, the question is going to be, how much lifting thrust do we need? Are we okay with 3? Do we need more? Is there a reason why you cannot do it? I'm not out of iron ingot. I'm pretty sure of that. I got 147. So you're just being an... Oops. What happened here? Industrial assembler is no longer connected to my cargo containers. That's what I want. I was like, I need to keep an eye on that because this might happen, and it did happen. Alright, let me just get... Let's go and withdraw. I was like, why cannot withdraw from... stupid machines. Let me just double check. Nothing is broken here. No. We might have broken the other conveyor here as well. I cannot empty the ice, so that thing...
Low.
Oh, really? Fuel low.
Fuel critical.
I was trying to get on that. Where's my body? He did damage quite far, no? There we go. That should be sorted. Is that pipe still okay, or did you damage the one in the back as well? No, we're good. Once these are empty, they can go into... Kind of forgot where we left off. Were we welding up the... I think we were. So if we want ice, we're gonna have to drill differently. I think my hydrogen tanks are as good as full. 96, and I think we're out of ice now. Yep. And that is because this thing was not as deep as we thought it would be. Put some hinges on that. And here. By the way, I didn't even check how I put them. So, with the line down. Line down. I think 75 or something should be good. So some ice is being made. Let's recharge my power. Let's keep focusing on our ship here. Alright, so it's a bit of a asymmetrical, but I don't want to put another thruster on it until I'm, if I really need one, but for the moment I don't need one. We'll have to check if this can lift all the weight we're going to put in there once we start putting the inventory full with the resources from the containers here. But I think we have everything on the ship that we needed, except for a gun and some magnesium. So, let me just... we got magnesium there, 666. Did we check if we had magnesium in one of these here? Could check the other ice lake as well. There's magnesium here. All right. So magnesium looks a little bit like you would say cobalt at first, but it's lighter in blue. So it's not as deep blue as the cobalt. And the ejection system is working properly, so that's nice. Much 7. I think that should be fine. I mean, to start with. So now the magnesium can be refined. We can look for at least one gun, and I think I need to put it somewhere. If I put it here, this is just asking for trouble because they're going to shoot my hydrogen tanks. So I think we want to put it somewhere on the midsection, center. Here would be a good spot, I think. There we go. And then on that we can put our turret. Are we taking the fancy new one, or are we taking that one? Honestly, I have been a little bit disappointed with this one. Main reason being that it still takes the same amount of space. I was hoping this would actually been a block that went into the ground. This block here under the turret, this should have been sunken inside, and the turret itself was just that piece on your ship. I don't know, this large block is just painful. So, honestly, I think the best thing is to go for a custom turret in the future. Alright, so we have one defense turret in case we need it. So, thrusters done. We have everything on the ship that we need. I think then we can start transferring over. Let me just see how our refinery is doing. Because I think our refinery might take some time on making that magnesium. Let me see, magnesium. Oh, seems like all my magnesium is in the refineries. So that's good. So let's go to production and let's make some Gatling ammo. And let's have that finished. And I think then we can move all the materials we have, or at least the most of it, into the container here, so we can take it with us. Then we can check what is the these thrusters, are they going to be enough to lift this whole thing up? If not, do I need to add more thrusters, and so on. How much do we need for making these? We need 67. So let's say we do one gold for that. I could make 176 of them. So I can make 200. How much do you need for a jump drive? I didn't learn the jump drive yet. So progression, jump drive. Jump drive will need 1,000 superconductors. 670 gold. Yeah, I thought it was like 200 superconductors. Yeah, right. 1,000 superconductors. So what I might do, I might jump in my ship. I'm gonna mine some more gold. Just to get a bit of more, I mean, I could have drill. How deep is this now? This is still 80 meters. I'm never gonna reach that with the drill in time. So I'm just gonna jump in my mining ship. We're gonna go and get some gold. I think we're just in time. I didn't even pay attention to the hydrogen on this tank. Alright, so refineries. Should I start with the gold? Not sure how much we needed again. I already forgot. 670 kilograms. That's a lot of gold, guys. That's a lot of gold.
The next day.
Refinery is done. Yes. How much gold do we have? 706. How much do we need again for the for these? 607 or something it was. I think we have enough gold to get superconductors if we want to make a jump drive. All right, so let me show you where we are. So I think we are set. We just need to move our inventory over into our ship. And then we need to check if I can take off with 3 thrusters. If not, we might have to add more. So we're going to do large container here. And then we're going to do skiff here. And then let's move this all over. There we go. So now we got a 400,000 kilogram into that. I could get some ice with me. That makes it 600. I don't know if I want to do that. We should be full. So that means I can disconnect the piston in the back. Switch lock. There we go. So now we should be able to just grind this away. I'm gonna put the connector just on the back of the ship, making it a little bit more shorter in the back. Alright, now let's see. Is this gonna be able to lift? No, it won't. Alright, so we need definitely way more thrusters. So, one here, one here, one here, and one here. Alright, so this is how many? 7 thrusters now? Alright, now it's taking off. I think it's drifting down again. That's because of the subgrids. So I'm gonna add a few more. Just to be sure. Alright, so now we got 11 of them, of these thrusters. That should be enough to lift it up. I would like to add some legs to it more, so it's a little bit higher off the ground. We're still dropping down, and I think that's because of the subgrids. These ships here connected to it. That's the only subgrid we have now. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a quick piston here, just lift it up and get these legs a bit off the ground, because I want to put mag plates underneath here, and I don't want this to constantly be hitting the terrain if we land on something. Alright, so that should grab onto the ground and then allow me to put some extra legs underneath there. I need to put some more torque on my piston, it seems. Go. Then I should be able to put a mag plate underneath here. One here. I'm gonna put all 4 of them because they're depending a bit on where I'm gonna land. There we go. Now I'm gonna turn on my thrusters. And after that I should be able to just grind away my piston, which is going to slowly bring the ship down. You're going to land. There we go. So I'm just going to do some settings. So the first thing we're going to do in here is go to my mag plates, control panel, mag plate or magnetic plate. We're going to put all 4 into a group. Skiff. Mag. Plates. There we go. Another thing I want to do is I want to find my thrusters. All the ones that go up. I'm going to do this skiff. Thrusters lift. There we go. Then I'm gonna go in my toolbar. I'm gonna pick my groups. I'm gonna take our mag plates of the skiff, say switch lock. And then we're gonna take our lift thrusters And we're going to put 2 buttons here. One is going to be decrease. And one is going to be increase. And this I'm going to use to go to space and try to use as least possible hydrogen. Because if we're using the thruster just by going up in space, you will start losing hydrogen because you're pushing against the speed limit of Space Engineers. So if you can just put your thrusters to go just to 99, for example, speed limit, then you won't be using any more hydrogen than needed, if that makes any sense. I'm just gonna get my little friend out there and let him join me in my in one of the cryopods, and then we can take off. So see you in a bit. All right, so 8. Let's take off a bit, and then I'm gonna boost my thruster override so it can take over instead of me just pressing space. I'm gonna use the thruster override to control the thrusters. All right, now we're going at a speed of 66, 68. So I'm trying to find a spot where my speed is now dropping down. We're at 75% of our hydrogen override thrust. Now we're dropping down. Here we go. 65 is about the percentage to get this thing out in space without losing too much of our hydrogen. So I'm going to go to 69.
Nice.
We're going up again. 65. All right, so we're going to be playing between that speed to keep us going into orbit. Let me just remove a little bit of these signals. And that is where the subgrids cause really some trouble if you're starting to look. There we go. Okay, we can go down a little bit more now. 5. As you can see, my speed is going up again because we are now in a lower atmosphere and less gravity. So I can lower my override a bit more. There we go. 41% should be enough. There is definitely a weird bug that I noticed, is that there's like, you see my grid kind of glitching out. It's been a while now that this happened. I don't know what the cause is. At 0.35 G, we are now, how far are we now above planetary? 17,000 meters above planetary orbit or surface. Almost there. I think at 40,000, 42,000 or something, the gravity completely disappears. Alright, let's see. Any asteroids above us? Nothing I can see. 0.8 G. Speed is holding steady at 89.6 meters per second. I think once we hit the 0's G, we can just turn off our override thrust and we are ready to just fly with it. 0.6 G. We're passing through the asteroids now. You can see them in the distance. Let's start slowing down a little bit, just in case. 0.5. We should soon hit the 0 G. There we go. All right. So I turned off my override thrust, which is now gonna slow down my ship. Although I only have one up thrust, so it's gonna take some time to slow my ship down. What I could do, I could rotate my ship a little bit so I can start using my other thrusters as well. All right, we're in space. All right, let's see. You know what I didn't put on my is a camera. So that might be a good idea. Let me do that. All right, let's put a camera. Light has to be on the bottom, like that. All right. So now that we have a camera, I can put this on my toolbar. PB, I got 2 cameras which are not named. Okay, so we're gonna have to name you skiff. And then G, camera in here and put this on view. Alright, so now I can use my camera to zoom in and have a bit of a peek to the asteroids. See if there's anything that we might want to pick up. So for the moment I'm... Oh, what's that? What's that? Something there, 1.7 kilometers. Did I lose something on the way? Alright, let's go there. I don't know what it is. Is that an unknown signal that didn't trigger or something, maybe? Looks very small. What's that? Oh, I don't have my signals on. So... is that? It is an unknown signal. Alright, so it was an unknown signal that I forgot to turn on my signals. You're one of these that flies away. Okay, let's try to push the button. Let's take the credits, interior plates, and grind this away. Alright, show me. Give me the button. I got a badger suit. Anything else of importance in here? That's about it now. No. Alright, I think we're gonna go and check out this asteroid, which seems to be very close to the planetary atmosphere. So let's see. Now, if you're flying towards asteroids, I would always advise you to aim next to them and not onto them, because if I fly and whatever happens, I take my eyes off the screen or, you know, get distracted. It's better to aim next to the asteroid, so in case something happens, you can just miss it. And we're gonna go to about 50 meters per second, I think. And I'm then gonna turn off my dampness. Turning off my dampness is gonna stop my ship from trying to brake with the forward thruster. Let's go to 100 meters per second because this asteroid seems to be further than I expected it would be. Oh, we're back into the gravity well, as you can see. So I don't think this asteroid is going to be a safe thing to go into. No. Alright. Let's go further. So what we're looking for is actually a good spot to start our base. If I could find a spot with iron, that would be good. If I find a spot with platinum or uranium, that would even be better. Because that would allow us to focus on getting ion thrusters, getting power sources, better tools, things like that. There's actually quite a lot of asteroids here. You can see, I see them hardly because of the sun being opposite. I think we could have put more thrusts to brake as well, because I'm going pretty fast and slowing down takes a long time. But it's okay. This is just a starter place just to get stuff into space, and after that we can focus on building a better ship. This is a pretty nice big asteroid. I think I see some, but it might just be the shade on my screen instead. You know what I didn't install on this? Lights. Alright. I need some lights. Put one down the bottom here. I'm just realizing that I don't get any O2 because... Shouldn't I get O2? Let me just check something. Control panel. Hydro. I don't have an oxygen tank. Did I not? Yep. I don't have an oxygen tank. So I guess ice is going to be important. Or dying. Alright. Let's see what we have here. Do I have oxygen bottles? I do have oxygen bottles, no? I have all. We're safe. Trying to see if we can ping anything on this asteroid, but I doubt it. Oh, there was gold on this planet. Oh, gold. That's actually not bad to have already. We'll mark that. We will need anyway for jump drives. We already got some gold with us, but it might be good to have more than one jump drive. And it's on surface. Wow. You know what I think would be nice as well to see in the future? Is a prototype ore detector. At least something that is better than what we have right now. So GPS. Asteroid. I'm just gonna do asteroid and then we do AG now. There might be more, but that's okay. Let's go and check the others out there. So yeah, I'm using the Space Just Got Real mod, which is a pretty dark mod. Space is really dark, which makes sense. I know a lot of people don't really like it, but on the other hand, I do feel like it gives a very nice vibe to space and colors once everything is lit up. So I kind of like it. I think that could be nickel. Oh, what's that? That could be silver or platinum. Platinum. Ooh. All right. Let's have a little break here. Let's mark it first, and then we're gonna mine some. What's that? Eh? What's this? How? I didn't die here. What's this? How did this happen? I'm so confused. Is this something that just... That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I know. I did die on my ship. And it... But I didn't die. Normally this would despawn, though. This is so weird. I don't know what this is. I don't know how that happened. I'm so confused. I mean, it doesn't even show body location or anything. This is just a backpack floating. I'm really confused. I don't understand how it happens. If you guys know how this... What is this? I got 20k platinum. I'm not sure how much we would need, but let's say we have enough for at least a while. We can come back here. So I don't think the refinery can do platinum. So we will need a large refinery for sure. But we got some platinum, so that means I can make better tools once we get the refinery running. So I doubt if we find platinum, I'm gonna find anything else than that high tier. I doubt we're gonna find... Oh, what's that? Just discoloring. Yeah, it's just discoloring. So as I said, I doubt we're gonna... Oh, there's ice down there as well. You see it down there? That's ice. Okay. All right, let's try it again. Let's try to finish this sentence again. So, as I said, with the fact that there is platinum on this asteroid, I doubt there's going to be any other high tier resources like uranium on it. So I'm trying to find a good spot where we could set out a base of operations where we can start from. So an ice asteroid would be nice because that would mean we have constantly hydrogen power, which we always will be able to fly and get our oxygen restarted. Uranium would be good because that's also a power source and also allows us to make some heavy weaponry. All right, so guys, I think we're gonna call it here today. I've been flying around. I found quite some resources. We got some silver, gold, magnesium, iron, platinum. What else did we find? We found some ice, nickel, cobalt. This is silver. Yeah, this is silver here. The only thing I'm really looking for is still uranium. Hopefully we can do some more searching. Maybe further down there, there's some more asteroids we could go and check out and see if I can find some uranium. For the rest, I think we are in a good location, to be honest. I could drop a base here on the asteroid or that asteroid, or we could build a space station. Let me know what you think. Would you like to see me building a space station, or do you rather see an asteroid base? Let me know. But that's going to be it. All right, I think that is where we're going to call it today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, then don't forget to hit that thumbs up. That really helps out the video and the channel. And we'll see you again for episode 7, where the chase for better resources is going to be on. And then after that, I think we're going to focus on a station that can actually provide ourselves with the refinery and the resources. And then we focus on building ourselves a battleship with jump drive to go and find the Factorum. Thanks so much all. Have a good one all. Bye-bye for now.